When I was in kindergarten, I thought that we had made a mistake in designing our money. I thought whoever designed our coins intended nickels to be worth more than dimes, and there was a mistake somewhere, right? Just like how kids can make mistakes on their homeworks, I thought that adults could also make mistakes in designing currency, designing our laws. It just seemed like it's possible, right? People make mistakes, right? And so I got fascinated with, wouldn't call hoarding, but I preferred nickels. I'd go to a store and buy something and get 10 cents in change, and I would ask for 2 nickels instead of a dime, just because I felt like I was getting more bang for my buck. And I thought that one day somebody's going to realize, oh my god, we made a mistake. Nickels are worth 10 cents, and I would be rich, right? Even as a kid, I fantasized about that. And it took 30 years for me to realize that dream, actually. Just the other day, nickel prices hit a high of $100,000 a ton, which is actually more than what silver was when I was in kindergarten. So that's how much our currency has been devalued over the course of 30 years, right? What used to be some amount of silver is now a certain amount of nickel, right? So pretend that you had a bar of silver, and well, I guess it's not really possible, but the silver was radioactive and it decayed into nickel, right? That's how I like to visualize it, with a half-life of about 30 years, right? I guess that's the best way to, although if it's a half-life of 30 years, it'd probably create a lot of heat, so that doesn't work really well. I'll let you think about how to visualize that. But it got me thinking, imagine aliens were to arrive on Earth. They would probably value nickels as 2 dimes, right? Rather than a dime being 2 nickels. And so you would go into Area 51 like we tried to do a few years ago. You take a nickel in there, and you ask the alien, hey, I'll trade you a nickel for 2 dimes. And the alien would probably not think much of it, right? Then you come back out of Area 51, and you go up to a human, and now you trade your 2 dimes for 4 nickels, right? And then you go back into Area 51, and you trade the 4 nickels for 8 dimes now, and you double your stash every time you do it, right? Now, stop and think about that concept. The humans and the aliens are probably not going to have very different value. It's not like the aliens are valuing dimes at like millions of dollars each, right? No, they're valuing it at what would be a few cents for us, right? I'll let you look up the metal value of nickels and dimes today. It's not like they're going to be trading 1 dime for, like, I don't know, a car or a house or anything crazy, right? I mean, it will probably buy, trying to think, it would probably, if you were trying to buy a bar of baking chocolate from the alien civilization, it would probably still take quite a fistful of nickels and dimes, right? But it's just the difference in ratio that counts, right? Now, obviously, there's no such thing as an alien civilization that values nickels and dimes, but the next closest thing is humans over time, right? We might not have drastic changes in our valuations of the stock market, or precious metals, or even base metals, but the ratios between them will vary greatly from one decade to the next, right? And so by trading it back and forth, you could essentially double your stash every so often. And right now, my favorite ratio to watch right now is that the silver has really lagged behind during the Russian invasion of Ukraine. But I also hope that we will freeze Russia's gold. And I'm thinking at different stages. I'm thinking right now as gold to silver is 80. Every time it crosses a 10 threshold, 70, 60, 50, 40, I'm thinking of dividing the silver. I'm thinking of trading into 4 groups and making that trade. I'll let you think about strategy there. But the last thing you want to do is to hold on to your stash forever, because if over a very long period of time, just like the difference between the human and the alien civilization, they're going to buy very similar things. It's the ratios that will change, right?